Good morning, dear students. How are you? I hope that you all are fine and safe, inshallah. I missed you so much. Today I am going to solve the revision sheets that I sent them before, so let's do it together, inshallah. We will start with division number 1 on it's about the lesson forms of energy. So the first question is, choose the right answer. Number 1, what factors determine an object kinetic energy or kinetic energy? Yes, there's two factors affecting it. They will be the speed and mass. Excellent. For the kinetic energy, it's speed and mass. Okay, question number 2 says the gravitational potential energy between an object and Earth depend on. So we took before that the gravitational potential energy has two factors. What they are? We said that they are what? Excellent. The height and weight. Okay, so question number 3. When a ball throw upward, where does it have the least one of kinetic energy? So when the kinetic energy is the least, at the highest point or the lower point when it's moving downward, or lower point when it's moving upward, or midway between the highest point and the lower point, we know that the least one is the highest point, right? And at the same point, it will be the highest gravitational potential energy. Super. Question number 4 says, which type of energy is released when the string in the photo below is plucked? So if I plug the string, I will reduce or release which kind of energy? Excellent, the sound energy. Super. Okay, question number 5 says, which form of energy does not involve the kinetic energy? Not of the one of these only doesn't involve kinetic energy. Chemical or electric or mechanical or thermal. We know that the thermal and mechanical involve kinetic energy. Okay, so what about electric and chemical? Do you think that the chemical, there is a kinetic energy inside it? No, so it will be the chemical one. Here the electric, the charges or the atoms is moving, so this is the kinetic energy. Okay, question number 6. At which point is the kinetic energy of the basketball greatest? When or at which point the kinetic energy is the greatest? We know that it will be in the beginning or at the end. So it will be A and E. Excellent. Okay, question number 7. At which point is the gravitational potential energy at its maximum? It will be maximum where in this photo? The gravitational at the highest one, right? It will be on at point C. Excellent. Okay, let's move to question number 8. Use the table below to answer the question, which vehicle has the most kinetic energy? So we have 4 vehicles here, car 1, 2 and truck 1 and 2, and each one of them has mass and speed. So we need to know which one of these vehicles has the most kinetic energy. We know that there is 2 factors affecting it, the mass or speed. The high speed or mass is the high kinetic energy. Okay, so as we can see here, we have the same speed for the 4 vehicles, but only the masses change here. So we will search for the highest one, which is, yes, 6,000 kilograms. So this will be truck number 2. Excellent. So this is the answer. Question number 9. Sound energy cannot travel through vacuum or wooden table or polluted air or pond water. Yes, sure, we know that the vacuum or the space, the sound cannot travel through it. Okay, so let's get critical thinking question. Determine if work is done on the nail shown below if a person pulls the handle to the right and the handle moves. Explain. So I'm asking you if this one or this man made a work on this nail or not. Is there a work done here? Yes, sure, there is work done here, and this is because of what? Because the nail is moved a distance, right? So when the nail moved a distance by applying a force on it, so this means that this nail had work done on it. So the answer will be yes, work done, because the nail moved a distance. Super. So this will be the answer, short and had the information. Okay, question number 3, correct the below the sentences which has the below word. So the under word now, they are not right, so we have to change them and put the right answer in this bracket. So number 1, thermal energy is the form of energy carried by electromagnetic wave. No, I don't think it's thermal. We call it what? Yes, light energy. Excellent. Light. Okay, question number 2. The chemical potential energy of an object depends on its weight and height. Weight and height, it's not the chemical, it will be, excellent, gravitational potential energy. So the answer will be gravitational, not chemical. Okay. Question number 3. Energy is the transfer of energy that occurs when a force is applied over a distance. No, we just say it up. It's not the energy. It is the, yeah, super, the work. Work. Okay. 4. Elastic potential energy is the energy stored in and released in the nucleus of the atom. We said before when we mentioned the nucleus of the atom, so I'm talking about the which kind of energy? Nuclear energy, yes, right. The nuclear energy, excellent. Okay. Question number 5 says mechanical energy is the summation of kinetic and potential energy of the particles of an object. We said that the summation of kinetic and potential, we can find it will be the definition of 2 different, mechanical and the other one which is belongs to the particle, we call it thermal. Excellent. So this will be thermal energy, not mechanical energy. When we are talking about particles, the energy between them, we call it thermal energy. Okay. Question number 4 is agree or disagree. So you're gonna read it and we're gonna solve it here. Number 1, a fast moving baseball has more kinetic energy than a slow moving one. So we have here fast one and slow one. So if we compare them, this has more than this. Yes, sure. So I'm agree with this. Okay, so question number 2 says a large truck and a small car moving at the same speed have the same kinetic energy. We have here the same speed, but do you think that we have the same mass here? No, the mass changed, so we cannot have the same kinetic energy. This is wrong one, so I will say disagree. Okay. 3, a book sitting on a shelf has no energy. We said also before that any object ever is sitting on a place or on a shelf, on the floor, whatever. We said any object has an energy and we call it, excellent, the potential energy, the stored energy. So I disagree. Number 4, throwing a basketball into the net increase its mechanical energy. So the mechanical energy depends on the kinetic and potential energy. So if you throwing it, do you think that you change the kinetic? Yes. So if you change the kinetic, I'm sure that the mechanical also will change and increase. So this is agree one. Okay. Number 5. Infrared ray cause the sunburn on your skin. We skipped this before, but this answer is wrong because it will be the ultraviolet one, not the infrared. So I will disagree this. Okay. Question number 5, use the vocab, so it's a complete question. The ability to cause change or to do work, we call it, yes, energy. Excellent. Energy can be carried by, but matter cannot. The energy can be carried by waves, but matter cannot. Question number 3, the kinetic energy can be affected by 2 factors. We said them before. Yes, speed and mass. Excellent. Okay, question number 4, stretched or compressed objects have which kind of energy? The compressed one, the rubber band, and so on. We have they having the elastic energy. Yes. Okay, number 5, what and what contain chemical energy? We said that the chemical energy, we can find them in food and also in fuel. Excellent. So food and fuel. Okay. So we have here also a graphic designer. So we have to answer here the right questions in this. We have different points, energy, and let's start with the potential energy. We have 3 kinds of it. The first one, which is number 1, says energy stored in the bond between atoms, so it will be, excellent, chemical one. Chemical energy. This is the answer. Okay, question number 2 says the energy found in the compressed object. The compressed object has or have elastic. Yes. Okay, let's move to question 3. Energy stored between the object and earth, so this will be number 3, which is gravitational potential energy. Excellent. Okay, question number 4. Kinetic energy affected by 2 factors, just said them before. Again, 4 will be speed and 5 will be mass. Oh. So these are the 2 factors affecting kinetic energy. Okay, let's move to number 5. 4 and 5 we did them. So energy carried by waves, we have 2 kinds of energy can be carried by wave. We mentioned them before, the sound wave and the light energy. Okay, energy and the sound. Okay, let's move back to see 8 and 9. Where is 8? Here is 8. Energy carried by electric current, so it's from the name we can know what's the answer. Electric current, so I'm talking about electric energy. Okay, let's move to question 9 and 10. We said here that the 3 is the gravitational potential energy, that the energy between object and earth, and it has affected by 2 factors. Yes, what they are? Yeah, excellent. The weight and the height. Excellent. Okay, so let's move to the other question. List which has more kinetic energy. I'm having two objects moving here. I need to know which one has the more kinetic energy. Number one, a 10 kilogram object moving at 20 meters per second, 3 meters off the ground, or a 7 kilogram object moving at 20 meters per second, 1 meters off the ground. So we have three factors here: the mass, the speed, and the height. I'm talking about the kinetic energy, so I'm gonna look to the height? I don't think so. So we're gonna neglect this part. It's only to confuse you. You have to compare between the two here, the masses and the speeds. And as we can see that the speed are constant here, the same. So we have one with 10 kilogram and one with 7 kilograms. So I think it will be here, this one. I will pick it. Okay, I will say true, or you can pick it, so this one. Okay, or agree. I can say that this one. I can write agree instead of. Okay, question number 7. Compare how are thermal and mechanical energy similar. We said before that both are the summation of kinetic and potential energy. So we're gonna write both are the sum of kinetic and potential energy. Okay, so this will be the answer. But we know that the thermal is the kinetic and thermal energy of the particles, while the mechanical is the potential and kinetic energy in the whole system. Excellent. Okay, why an airplane flying from New York to Los Angeles has both kinetic energy and potential energy? So when the airplane is moving from place to another, do you think that this airplane has mass and weight? Yes. Do you think it has speed and height? So it must has kinetic energy and potential. So we're gonna write here the answer will be it has kinetic energy because it has mass and weight and speed, right? These are the two factors. And it has potential energy because it has weight and what height. Excellent. So this will be the answer. Question number 3 says compare how sound wave and electromagnetic wave transfer energy. So the sound wave transfer energy by which kind of wave? Yes, by longitudinal wave, while the electromagnetic wave can make it move through vacuum or through the matter. So the sound wave is a kind of mechanical wave, so the sound is transferring sound energy, transfer energy through matter, while electromagnetic wave transfer energy through matter and vacuum. Excellent. So this will be the answer for the question. Okay, 4. What do waves carry? Do you think the wave carry particles or energy or carrying what? Yes, waves carry energy. It carries energy, not particles or not matter. Okay, so let's see the last one here. Identify where are energy and potential energy the greatest on the hub. So where are energy, kinetic energy, I'm sorry, this is missing kinetic energy and potential energy are the greatest. So when the kinetic here is the greatest, yes, it's here in the starting point, or when it's go down, or when it's go up, yes, it's here. In this point, the kinetic energy is the maximum, while in this point, the potential energy will be the greatest. So I'm gonna say at the top, at the bottom, key, you can mention this as key E is the greatest, and in the top PE is the greatest. Excellent. So this will be the answer of the question. Okay, let's see number 2. Summarize the following organizer to show the forms of potential energy. So we know that the potential energy has 3 forms. The first one we call it, yes, we're gonna write it here. First one is the potential energy. Which kind? Elastic, yes. The second, chemical, and gravitational potential energy. So I will insert here one. So elastic, okay, so this is the first one. The second one, it will be here. I will add another one here. I will add the chemical. Okay, then I will add the other one. We say it will be the gravitational potential energy. So this will be the third one, the gravitational